Reggie Empire back at you with another video this evening. Jesus Christ, what happened to the stock market? At the time recording the video, S&P 500 is down 14%. Dow is down 11%. Nasdaq is down 22%. The Russell's down 0.32%. The VIX is, gold is, wow. I don't know what's going on. The stock's closed in the green. But anyway, it's always something. Let's talk about, I don't talk about ETFs a lot, but let's talk about ARK investments, ETFs. I have a lot of respect for Cathie Woods, right? She is the CEO, co-founder of ARK Investment. And we're going to, and there she is right there. And we're going to go away. Here we are. And we're going to hit on this article. This some key points. I already read most of this article, right? So right here, Cathie Woods became the face of ARK Investment, right? The ARK ETF completed a 10-day losing streak earlier this month, its longest on record. Yeah, ARK is known. We'll finish this article. I'll show you. Over the past half decade, a period that spans the latter part of the pandemic, the surge in interest rates in the market subsequently rebound. ARK is down more than 50%, even as the Nasdaq 100 has seen gains of 80%. At one point in time, I used to own this ETF, and I believe this is the first ETF I ever owned. Cathie Woods. Let's continue on. Let's get down. They had earnings, right? They're going to talk about their history right here, right? Assets swelled to about $28 billion in February 2021. At the height, you got to know the past before you know the now. At the height of the coronavirus, they now stand at roughly $6 billion, a decline of about 80% from its peak. The fund is down 9% so far this year and has recorded roughly $120 million in net outflow year to date. Data compiled by Bloomberg, right? And let's keep going down. Comparison with technology's benchmark are common, though ARK profile differs meaningfully from traditional sector indexes. The fund has significantly exposed to genomics and digital assets areas. She loves robotics and medical, and not heavily represented in the Nasdaq 100. Wood also emphasizes the critical roles that time plays. Her flagship fund, ARK, has gained more than 18% a year over the past 3 years. So in the past 3 years, this ETF used to gain an average of 18%, ranking the top 8% of mid-cap growth funds tracked by Morningstar, right? She also buys, end up buying the stock hood. It's going to show that later on. See, Cathie Woods buys $60 million of tumbling tech stock. Right here. It's been a weak start for the year, Woods. As of February 13th, Woods' flagship ARK was down 9.79% year to date, while the S&P 500 was down 0.14%. A pressure mounted on growth-focused tech stock. Woods gained reputation after ARK Innovation delivered a 100. See, and we're going to talk about the past just a little bit right here. This ETF delivered a 153% return in 2020. Last year, the flagship ETF delivered 35.49 for outpacing the S&P 500 returns of 17.88% in the same period. So they were murdering it in a good way. Up 50% in 2020, up 35.49 in last year, right? She also rejects the AI bubble, and they keep talking about this AI bubble like AI is at the end. Wood focuses on high-tech companies across artificial intelligence, blockchain, biomedical, like I said, medical technology, and robots. She thinks these businesses have great growth potential due to volatility often causing fluctuation in ARK's funds. From 2014 to 2024, ARK Innovation wiped out $7 billion in investors' wealth. Wow. According to analysts by Morningstar. That made the third biggest wealth destroyer among mutual funds and ETFs. Wow. That's something else, right? But despite the sustained real gross domestic product growth during the past 3 years, the underlying U.S. economy has suffered a rolling recession and has evolved into a coiled spring that would bounce back powerfully during. That's what they're talking about, a soft landing. She rejects the AI bubble talking, saying is years away and the most powerful capital spending cycle in history is coming, meaning it just got here. We haven't even seen the robots yet or the humanoids, right? So what did Cathie Woods buy? I kind of already told y'all. Story continues right here. On January 20th, Woods ETF bought 32,408 shares of Broadcom, valued about $10.7 million. Hint, hint. Following her earlier buy of 31,000 shares in January and 143,000. So you mean to tell me that she has put 143 plus 31 plus 32. What's that, about 200,000 shares? Broadcom is a key AI chip supplier that designs custom processors. So, I'm just saying, y'all, she thinks there's something there. All right. Broadcom reported so we're talking about Broadcom earnings a little bit right here. We're going to skip past that. So here are the top 10 holdings of ARK. Tesla, 10%. CRSP, 5.4. Roker, I can never pronounce that right, 5%. Coinbase, 4.9. TEM, Shop. She just bought a shitload of Hood, excuse my language. 3.97, as in Robin Hood. That is the brokerage account I use. AMD and Palantir and Beam. All right. So, I'm going to wrap this video up really quick. It's been a rocket start for her for the year. Cathie Woods, head of ARK. February 6th, Woods flagship ETF was down 9.58%, right? While the S&P 500 gained 1.27, a pressure mounted growth focused tech stocks, right? We talked about this already. We talked about this already. And later on in this article, it talks about she bought Hood. Just keep rolling really quick. The ad bubble. And right here. Got it. So, here's some key takeaways. ARK Investor CEO Cathie was known for big bets and disruptive technology. Said she sees strong gains for U.S. equities in the next few years, which suggests falling interest rates, tax cuts, and dysregulation could help support investors in technology, and that spurs growth. Worries about the AI bubble have some of Wall Street expecting the market risk pace of recent gains to cool down this year. Okay, so with all that said, would you guys buy ARK as an ETF? I used to own them. I don't own them anymore. Nothing against them. I just kind of moved on to more like single stocks, But I've been wanting to go back to ARK. And let's look at ARK really quick before we get out of here. ARKK. And here's ARK. It's currently at $70.07, down 0.33%. Its market cap, I know ETFs. So here's this 52-week range, 38 to 92. So it's covered right there in the middle. Its year to date is down 9%, like they said. In the past month, it's down 13%. 6 months, it's down 8%. I would say the stock is definitely on sale. But comment down below. Would y'all buy ARK? Let's look at the mountain really quick. We got the mountain. We're going to go 6. See, it's been a roller coaster. Look at that. So right here, we're at the bottom. But at one point in time, let's see, what was this? On October 8, 2025, it opened up at 89. Its high was 92.65. And it closed out at 92. So we're looking at about what? $20 of growth. Just saying, I'm not a financial advisor. But if you're looking for an ETF that's on sale, this might be something